Welcome to Daily Meditation with Sangha Live.
Good morning. So good to be back here again. And I was looking at the chat and seeing what a vast number of places we've all come together from. You know, Sassy is a little further up the river than me in London, and Michael's in Washington. And everywhere in between, Crete, Berlin. It's really beautiful. It's really incredible that we can join in this way, in this virtual way. And I know most of you are in the morning, not Michael in Washington, but most of you are in the early morning, which is such a beautiful time to practice. As Sassy says, it's a bit cloudy in London. When I went outside, I could hear the birds, but not see them. But yeah, it's a simple time in the morning, partly because we are quieter. You know, the world hasn't got as busy and energetic. And in support of that and keeping that sense of the quietness of early morning, just invite you to let's close your eyes for a few moments and settle in to being here this Tuesday morning. Not the same as yesterday, Monday morning, never the same as tomorrow. This moment, really softening and sensing into what is alive for you in this moment. Softening and sensing in your face, relaxing your jaw. Perhaps muscles around the eyes. Softening your chest and belly. Resting into presence. And finding those one words again for your actual experience right now. One word for your mind, one word for your body, and one word for your heart right now. And throughout this session together, our practice together, really seeing if you can honor those words, the word for mind, body and heart right now. If you can be caring and tender and simple with whatever's alive for you. So, good morning, good morning. I really wanted to explore the aspect of letting go that is simplicity. I mean, simplicity is letting go. It's implicit in that release and relaxing into the present moment as it is. And I was thinking, you know, perhaps for some of you decades ago, what drew you to the practice, this path of practice? It may have been a particular suffering, I think draws a lot of people, but equally a sense of deep inner knowing that there is a vaster consciousness than our petty fussing, fretting and freaking out. underneath that is a yearning, I think a human yearning, for a simpler, freer life. We want to show up simply, as we are, as the world is. And when we can respond simply, it is a response, and we're able to meet the suffering, the planet, of others and ourselves. And this simple response is something that I was potently reminded of when I was out in Asia with one of my sons who lives out there, one of my twins. And before he was in Beijing, where he is now, he was in Taiwan, in Taipei. And I said to him, I wanted to go to his local park in the morning and find some people to practice with. He said, there's a lot of very old people who go to the park around 6. So I went off to the park and hovered around this group of 80-something ladies, and they allowed me to join. And when it was raining, which it did a lot, it was kind of heavy rain in the days I was there, they brought a flower pot on the back of one of their bicycles, and they put it under a bandstand, and they walked around the flower pot for an hour. But equally, when it was good weather, we walked around the same tree for an hour, holding different postures. And of course, I couldn't communicate with them. They spoke traditional Mandarin. They didn't speak English, and I obviously don't speak Mandarin, unlike my son. But every day they translated something for me. They really wanted me to know one thing every day. And one day, one of the ladies came up to me and she said, "Not happy, not sad, watch the tree." Not happy, not sad, watch the tree. And I found this really potent, this simple reminder of loving awareness, of presence. That even though, yes, this practice is about recognizing suffering and the causes of suffering, it's also about being simple with our experience. And that gives us the freedom to respond to it more wisely. And I think one of the mind states that really benefits from this approach is doubt. You know how doubt feels. It's like wading through mud in shallow water. You're caught up in the reeds and the debris, and you don't seem to be able to move. You can't move forward. And often what we do with that is we get caught up in I've got to make a decision. Why am I doubtful? Why am I so indecisive? I need to solve this state. I need to push it away. I need it to go. But what if we're simple with doubt? If we just say, yeah, there's doubt. That sort of bogged down feeling, sort of fuzzy-headed feeling. I don't know. I simply don't know what's going on in my experience. Can I be simple around that? And there are many ways we can support simplicity. I only met my Indian grandmother, sadly, only twice in my life. And I was named after her. She was Shireen. And the first time I was very young, and the only thing I remember or I sense, but you never know whether I sensed it or I've been told it, but she, I remember her lilac saris. I remember her smell of sandalwood. But when I was 18, I went off traveling to India. And I went to stay with her in Mumbai. And even at 18, I was really struck by her because she had had a life of suffering. And yet she had this calm, spacious, grounded presence, this big, toothless smile. And what I didn't see entirely clearly, but I really see now, is that she was supported by simple daily rituals, spiritual and household. And I don't know whether I kind of subliminally absorbed that or whether it was in me. But my household rituals, I get up before dawn and do all my boring domestic chores as an act of practice, as a meditative practice. And it's really the scaffolding of my practice, my life, which is really the same thing. Yeah, it's the way I meet my daily experience. And I know there are many of you who possibly find the idea of rituals off-putting, perhaps with a history of certain religions that you grew up with. So another way of seeing it is just good habits. It's a really good habit to be here at Sangha Live in the morning. It's a good habit to sit in meditation every morning in a Sangha. You're supporting yourself. You're supporting others. And you're sharing in the chat. I saw someone said, I really hope that my worried mind is eased by sitting here this morning. Just sharing that. We all have messy lives. And good habits support us in moving through our mistakes, the mess of the world and our lives with presence. And yes, may we simplify our practice, simplify our life, simplify our response, and simply make space for joy and ease and freedom. So, beautiful Sangha, take your seat for meditation. And we settle in together into meditation, which is ultimately showing us this path of simplicity. So really settling and sensing into your posture. Taking a few moments to check in. Are you sitting comfortably? Yes, this practice is about meeting difficulty, gaining resilience from softening around it. And yet, we're not planning to sit in meditation to create tension in the posture. Really taking a few moments to make sure that you're sitting evenly on both buttocks. Maybe you're in a chair, your feet are flat on the floor. What tension can you simply soften? Relaxing the muscles of your face and jaw. You might imagine you have an inner smile. That smile of knowing you can simply meet all your experience here, now, in this practice. Softening your chest and letting go of your belly. Coming back in and down to that intimate sense of your experience. And as we settle into meditation, the invitation is to breathe in calm and smile on the out breath. Calm on the in breath. Smile on the out breath. Calm smile. Really letting go. If only for this meditation together this morning, giving yourself permission to rest into presence here now. Really allowing yourself to be supported by this precious stillness and silence, this beautiful practice of meeting your moment by moment experience with simplicity and ease. This doesn't mean that the actual experience is calm or easeful, but that you can meet it with a certain simplicity that allows you to flow through your life, your experience. Whatever your object of awareness for your practice here today, and I hope you're choosing simply in response to what's needed for you today. Whether it's the breath or a more open, spacious awareness, perhaps keeping those words in your head, in your felt sense of your experience. Calm, smile. And particularly if your mind has been hijacked by a narrative drawn by a strong emotion, a worry, a doubt. no matter what. Really being simple with that. Meditation simply holds a mirror up to your moment by moment experience. It shows it clearly without a filter. Just as you can't reach, grab for the mirror and hold the image. We can't hold on to our constantly changing, impermanent, imperfect, impersonal experience. And so simply noticing, yes, you were hijacked. No problem. And gently, kindly, simply drawing your awareness back to your object of meditation. Remembering that calm smile, sense of inner knowing. The act of meditation, sitting here in stillness and silence, No matter how much mind traffic there is simple. You are simply showing up for yourself and others and the world by practicing meeting things, whatever they are, more consciously, really soaking up the simplicity of your presence right now. Allowing your experience to be just as it is in this moment is simplicity. You can just rest and be at ease with the calm or the hurricane that's coming through, no matter. Your response can be simple. Really allowing yourself to feel into the ease that brings. And perhaps as we come to the last 5 minutes of our practice together, an invitation to just allow this question to land, not so much a reflection, but a absorption. What would there be if there was no problem to solve? What would there be if there was no problem to solve? May you all go simply into your day for your own benefit and the benefit of all those around you. Meeting the inevitable friction, difficulty, complication with simplicity, and allowing yourself to feel the ease and spaciousness that brings.
Today's podcast is an offering to you from our archive of freely available live daily classes. We make wisdom teachings and meditations as freely available as possible to as many people as wish to practice. You can help ensure we can continue to support a worldwide Sangha by leaving a review wherever you get your podcasts, by sharing this with someone who'd be interested, and by offering a small financial support at sangha.live/donate.